more. But I take this chance, of course, first to introduce ourselves and to tell you some of the things that we expect to see in the course of this time. So we are Esri, and Esri is actually that organization, that company who does GIS. We purely do GIS, started early in the mid-90s. And we are proud to be the leader in the GIS market, more than 60%. And we work with the network of partners and distributors globally. So, but from Esri, we have Esri Eastern Africa, where we are and talking with you. But you have several other distributors, West Africa, South Africa, Asia, and many others. Our goal is very simple, just to improve your business processes through location analytics, advancing GIS, Geographic Information System, and promoting spatial understanding. That's purely what we do, embedded on geography, the science of geography. For Esri South Africa, you know, Everton has just mentioned where we are, where we operate, and we are glad just to mention, and soon and very soon we'll be saying this formally, that we have other new offices, one in Dodoma and also another one in Kampala and Tinda area. So together with the other offices that we have in Arusha, Kenya here, and also Ethiopia soon. What we do, as I explained, and maybe to repeat, is just we are all busy just to create useful technology that enables location intelligence in our organizations. We realize that the power of location cannot be forgotten or cannot be assumed, because everything we do is actually happening somewhere. And that somewhere, there are also other processes in it. And so we work on creating powerful practical tools that help you to work better and also address your business challenges. For us to meet today is just to learn, to inspire one another, to also create relationships, though virtually, and also to bring that spatial understanding and also to have some fun. I hope we shall. And we're actually looking at a theme of creating a sustainable future, looking at where we are and what happens tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and even forever when we shall not be in this world. So we have the power to do that. And that's really what we're looking for. And that is actually our vision. And we believe that location and GIS and ArcGIS system is actually that system that helps us to do this. Of course, we're in the world that many a times there is some sort of lack of understanding of the realities that are happening. And if that happens, then that is really the greatest risk that our society is facing. But see, when you think about our future, the future that we are having depends upon the creating and applying that understanding. If we understand, we take our time to really understand the world that we are in, then we could use that to even build our future and create a better future. Of course, I was saying our world is not that simple world, it's a complex world. And the good and the bad thing is that it's highly independent, interdependent ecosystem that as everything else is related and dependent, interdependent to everything else. And at the same time, it's also changing rapidly and also evolving. Everything is actually changing. If you have been in some of our cities, right from Nairobi, anybody who has not been in Nairobi for the last 6 months, when you come here, you'll actually get lost, because due to serious development works going on here, and we live in Nairobi and we get lost every day. So I'm trying to imagine those who are coming for the, after 6 months or so. Go to Dar es Salaam, go to Addis Ababa, and other major cities, you'll also see the same. So the world we live in is not really well known. We're actually working very hard to understand it. And at the same time, it's very fragile, rich in diversity, and we are seeing humans dominating it at a very faster rate. And so we face a lot of challenges in that respect, that because human beings are living, bad statement, recklessly and also unsustainably, this actually threatens the future. And we are seeing a lot of things, be it pollution, be it water crisis, congested cities, pandemics, not forgetting the pandemic that we are going through. We're also seeing a deep decline in biodiversity and many other things, social conflicts, social racial injustices, and many other things. Well, in some parts of the world where we are in, we're actually not talking about racial injustices, but I mean, you want to call it like in Kenya, we talk about tribal issues and all that. And not only in Kenya, even in other countries. And so we realize that our world is actually being challenged on many fronts. And so we need to be collectively responsible for its future. That's really what we are thinking about. That's what we are talking about. And we strongly believe that geographic approach and geospatial infrastructure provide us that science and practical means to actually act effectively. Though that will not be enough, we have also to do more than that. I strongly believe that creating a sustainable future is very much possible. We must dramatically change our priorities, how we do things. We make major commitments to life and our future, and also we must act now. We must be doing something. And some of the things that we have to do includes, of course, making sustainable futures, promoting equity, working on issues to deal with saving wildlands, developing renewable energy, restoring our nature, sustainable agriculture, amongst other things that I have over there. And at the end of the day, we apply our best science, technology, and creativity. We strongly believe that this geographical thinking will be essential to enable all these that we think and talk about. Of course, sustainability requires us to see the world as one single ecosystem for all of us. And so geography provides that science and language to do this, that we have a common platform, a common language where we speak everything. We speak environmental things, we speak economics, we also speak the social issues, be it in terms of development, in terms of ecosystem services, or issues to deal with population, education, equity, health, and many others, peace, very important. And so you look at the social systems providing or organizing and integrating all the factors, but you also have an environmental system that help us to eliminate the patterns and discover the relationship that exists over there. While on the other hand, we provide a framework for understanding and applying that knowledge. So all these enables that geographic approach. And the geographic approach that you're talking about really is just a way of thinking and problem solving that integrates geographic science and information into how we understand and manage our planet. So we are talking about it being science-based, holistic, and integrated, and brings collaboration. So it's collaborative and also brings the spatial understanding into it. At the end of the day, we are talking about an inclusive and a multidisciplinary process that impacts every sector of the society that we are talking about. And so the geographic science really integrates and supports the powerful methodologies that we are talking about. And here we are talking about the geoanalytics, where we create insights and understanding, geovisualization, where we have a language for communicating content and context, geodesign, where we actually design for a sustainable and inclusive future, geocollaboration, where we engage all the stakeholders involved, because as I said, no one person, profession, or entity can do it all alone. And finally, we are talking about accounting for all factors through the geo-accounting. So all these brings the geoscience and understanding of our world, which are all critical for maintaining sustainability. When you look at it slightly into details, you're talking about how GIS is enabling the geographic approach, right from measuring the data, assessing the information that you have through visualization and mapping, predicting as you do your analytics and modeling, understanding and planning and designing, and also applying it through decision making and action. And so this provides a process and framework to enable us to apply the geographic knowledge widely. I believe you guys are doing part of these things that I'm talking about. You are addressing all these challenges in different ways, be it you addressing the pollution issues, the energy, climate change, environment in agriculture and agribusiness, food security, economic developments, and many other things, water resources and many other things that we're doing. Just a snippet of some of the things that you'll be seeing now and through different presenters is some of the work that people do, while others use the technologies and tools to enable their work, like doing the census preparations and mapping. You look at a great case study in Kenya. Census happened actually 2 years ago, and I believe you'll get more through the keynote address that we'll get from the Director General talking about this, but also the boundary delineation that we're also seeing from IEBC, that is from the election side, and many others. These are some just snippet of some of the things that are happening that you are actually doing. On the other hand, we also see different local authorities, county governments, and city authorities doing very great work, be it right from street addressing in Kampala Capital City Authority, to mapping of natural resources in Baringo County in Kenya, spatial planning, Meru County also in Kenya, to land management and administration at the same time, and revenue collection in other different local authorities. These are great work that we are seeing you are doing, and some of you are part of this great work that is going on, and seeing how the geographic approach and geographic science is actually impacting the decisions and the works that we do. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, we've also seen through the pandemic that is going on in the world now. It's not a good thing, but we're also seeing a very central role that geographic approach and geographic information system is playing. One, to help us in disease surveillance. I've seen several dashboards that people are creating just to help us see the numbers as the numbers of those who are infected, those who have unfortunately passed on, those who have been tested, and many others. But you're also seeing now that the vaccines are being distributed globally. You're also seeing how the tests, the vaccines are being distributed, how many have been vaccinated, how many not, which kind of vaccination, be it AstraZeneca, Moderna, and many others. We're also seeing that. And also we are seeing different application of others talking about where do you get the vaccination, where are the supplies, when do you get the second or so vaccination, and many others. So these and many more are some of the works that we've seen you doing. And we believe that the geographic approach through the geographic information system is able and is enabling you to do, and many more. I was just to give a welcome address. Unfortunately, I ended up talking much. And so I beg to stop there and wish you a very fruitful collaboration and discussion in these hours that we have today, hoping, as I say, that we shall do this physically sooner